What's up, gang? Case here with our CrossFit and at-home strength work for Monday, April 5th. This is the second week of our current cycle, so building weight and also building some volume. So we're adding a third movement into our strength work for this week. This is going to be our hinging and core focus day. We've got our split stance RDLs, and then we're adding a lateral deadlift as well, and then we'll be finishing up with pike ups. That split stance RDL, great way to train some more stability with a single leg hinging pattern, and we're just going to use this bent leg as a little bit of balance. So very similar to doing a single leg RDL, except here we're more restricted by our balance, so we can't use as much load. So what we're able to do with this split stance is load up a single hamstring a lot more, being able to also work out any asymmetries because I'm getting the exact same work side to side this way. I'm just using this other foot as a little bit more balance. So if you did these with us last week, it's the same reps this week. 5 reps, 3 seconds down, 3-second hold in the bottom, and then stand. This pattern is exactly the same as that double leg RDL. The only thing that's different is I'm going to lift this one leg, and I'm going to lightly press the toe down for some balance. Both knees are still going to stay in line, and I'm not going to let this primary working leg, I'm not going to let that knee bend much at all. So starting from that tall stand position, belly tight, send the hips back, keeping the weight off of this back foot so you could actually lift it for a moment if you need to. 3 seconds on the way down, 3-second hold in the bottom, and then squeeze your butt, hamstring, and belly every time you stand up. After that, we've got our lateral deadlift. You'll probably be somewhere in the ballpark of using one of the dumbbells that you use for those split stance RDLs. So not going as heavy, you're going to be using just one dumbbell on this, one hand straight out to the side. You're going to step towards that hand. Once we land, we're going to send the hips back. So this is a hinge, not a squat. Notice my chest is facing towards the ground and the bottom. Both heels are still on the ground, touching that dumbbell right between the arches of the feet, and then pushing off this leg to stand tall. Back out into that lateral deadlift. Stand tall. You'll go 8 on one side and then 8 on the other. Finishing up with 12 pike ups today. So we did 10s last week, bumping it up to 12s this week. Also, I want you to try to get those hands a little bit farther forward than what you had them last week. Make a tent with those fingers because we want that arm to be as long as it can, pointing your toes towards the wall hard, keeping those knees locked out. Every time we lift those toes, I'm going to push these fingers through the ground and crunch down through my belly as hard as I can. Really squeeze at the top of the rep, control that down a little bit, and as soon as that heel touches the ground, you're going to fire back up, pulling as high as you can each time. 3 rounds today, rest about 30 seconds between each movement. Push the load on those split stance RDLs. Stick to that true tempo of 3 seconds down, 3 in the bottom, and then test out those lateral deadlifts today. New movement for a lot of folks. Don't go too heavy on those. Big thing we're looking for here is to get some lateral movement, which just doesn't get trained that often, to build some mobility and some stability in some more of those extreme angles. Good luck on today's strength work, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.